celebrate at this kind of end of September, this feast day, which is called St. Michael and All Angels, and it has a great English name to it called Michaelmas, and it's actually sometimes the fall term in academics called the Michaelmas term. And for a lot of us, when we think of angels, we automatically think of the Christmas story, or if you're my mom, the hundreds of little tacky angels she collects and shoved in a hutch. Or maybe you think of like little cupids. Or maybe you think of the TV show Touched by an Angel, or that show. So angels has a lot of mythology around it. And it's interesting that almost all the world's religions have some form of angels. Jews have angels, Muslims have angels, there's devas in Hinduism and Buddhism, there's forms of spirit messengers and Native American traditions. And we also have angels. So this feast day at the end of September is one that's pretty old and is sometimes forgotten. So today on the 29th, I kind of like, we're bringing back this ancient feast day. Now when we think of angels, a lot of times we think of movie stories too of angels, like, oh, this person gets their wings. Not exactly the best theology, let's put it that way. I know it warms our heart when we see these stories, or, there's all sorts of cutesy things that people talk about. But I want to kind of do a deeper dive into angels this morning, and maybe talk about these supernatural things. We heard in our opening prayer about God instituting that of mortals and angels. And we believe as Christians, humans have a soul and also a body. But angels, on the other hand, are completely different. They have no body. They were created as God's messengers. And that's what the word angel means, angelos, the messenger. And that concept of being a messenger is really what I want to reflect upon today. Is how, when we look at angels, do we reflect upon spreading God's message to the world. And that's really what is at the heart of this feast day. There's lots of cute things that go along with angels, and I'm certain you could celebrate those at home today. But what the thing to think about is, how are we like angels that we're God's messengers to the world? Just like we hear angels showing up in our scriptures all the time, the angels showed up to shepherds, angels showed up to Mary at the Annunciation, the angels showed up to Jesus at the Garden of Gethsemane or at the Ascension, and the list goes on and on and on. How are we like angels in that we're messengers of God? And I think that's really something we need to each ponder as Christians. So I automatically connect this feast day not with some paranormal events, but really with evangelism. How do we take the gospel message, God's word, God's story, and transform the world that we're a part of, just like angels do? And I think that's something that we have to think about individually. As Episcopalians, we don't like the word evangelism because it's scary. We automatically go to our Jehovah's Witnesses friends, of people on a Saturday morning ringing your doorbell and giving you a flyer. Something that's kind of awkward for us and maybe kind of even offensive. But really, we're all called by our baptisms to be people that spread the good news, that spread that gospel message of hope and light and life to each and every person we meet, but in the unique circumstances that we're a part of. Just like angels went to specific people in Scripture, so we go to specific people in our own lives. Most of us are not called to sit on the corner of a bridge in Maine and give out flyers like other folks would be called to do. Most of us are not called to go door to door, or called to go on the other side of the continent or their planet to be a missionary. But I think each of us are called to be God's holy messenger in the unique situations that we're in our families, in our workplaces, in our social circles. And I think that's a true challenge in our world today. People don't understand what religion is about, let alone Christianity, or even more, the Episcopal Church. Religion is not that people are anti-religion, they just don't have a clue what faith is about even. In many ways, what goes on in this building in Sunday mornings is almost like a secret society to some people. They have no concept of what its value is, what its purpose is, and that's where we have a specific role to play. It's interesting that our church has designated this Sunday as, get ready for this, folks, Social Media Sunday. And it's directly tied into this feast day. And, I know I'll get a little message from the boss every week from the bishop. And he's like encouraging us, and also I'll encourage you, because I'm a good little priest, is that we go out, hashtag Diopa Love, Diocese of PA Love, and put that in all of your pictures and tags today. So do that if your thing, and I'll get bonus points from the boss. And if that's your thing, great. I know how you have some spectacular advertising and marketing people that have really taught me so much over the years, and you know who you are, and I'm so grateful for what you do with our websites and our advertising and our publicity and our media, and that's so important for today's church. But more importantly is our one-on-one connections of how we touch people's lives, that we show God's goodness, that we show that light of Christ given to us in baptism to each person that we meet on a one-on-one basis. That's something we don't talk about much, and that's unfortunate. That when we show our lives to people, we aren't just showing who we are as a person. We're also showing our lives as who we are as followers of Jesus Christ. And we do that by our own kindness, our own goodness. Maybe we mention the church word. Maybe we don't. But sometimes, somehow, what we do will touch people's lives. And you each do that. I know you do. Each of you do that in your own specific God-given way. And in many ways, you're being angels to people. You're being messengers of Christ to people that need hope. You all know I do a lot of weddings in this church, or as in yesterday at Goat Farm. There's a line from the wedding liturgy that strikes me every time I do it. That you as a married couple, or you could say you as an individual, be signs of God's hope and love to the sinful and broken world. That's one of the prayers that is in the wedding liturgy. And I think each of us are called to be that light, that love, that sign of hope to the sinful and broken world. And that's really what our calling is today. A few months ago, we came up with, as a parish, our kind of strategy for the next 5 years. And there were 3 things that came up in my survey of you and our discernment together. But the one that came up the most, and I was pleased by this, is that we take prayer outside this wall of the church. That we take prayer. And by that means not just, here's a prayer book, but we literally take what we do here outside the walls of this building, into our community, into our families, into our work. And that's an essential part of our faith. And like I said, so many people don't know what it means to be a Christian. So many people don't know what the Episcopal Church is about. So it's our responsibility to take this message out. That hope, that light, that joy to people who are so desperate in needing it. So today, you can hashtag Diopa PA love and make Bishop Gutierrez very happy. Do that if you don't want. But more importantly, take the prayer that happens here and take it beyond the walls. Take it to the community. Take it to your work. Take it to your family. That is the real meaning of being an angel. Hallmark cards are cute. Movies are cute. TV shows, also fun. But take the message